This problem is from Beer and Johnson, 11th edition, page number 71, question number 2.101. This is based on the particle equilibrium, in which the particle is subjected to system of forces which lie in space. So three cables are used to tether a balloon as shown. Here the three cables are AB is one cable, AC second cable, AD a third cable. These three cables are tied to a hook at A, and the balloon is also now supported here, such that now because balloon is now it is filled with the hot air and its density is less compared to the atmospheric air, it will tend to move upward. But because of these three cables which are tied here at point A, now the complete system is at rest. In actual case, the force exerted by this balloon at A need not be vertical always, because there may be some wind forces. Due to that, the force need not be vertical always, but in this case all those wind effects are negligible, and the only force that now existing here in this case by this balloon at A is the vertical force. So that's what is given in the problem. Find the vertical force P exerted by the balloon at A, knowing that the tension in cable AD is 481 Newton. So the approach to this problem is, because there are three cables, so there exist three tensions, and there is going to be one vertical force exerted by this balloon at this point A, and here that is total four forces are there at point A, and at point A is in equilibrium. Now we can apply equations of equilibrium, and because these are all in space, so better we represent all the forces in the vector form. In order to represent all the forces in the vector form, here the dimensions are given. So we can first find out the vectors like AB vector, AC vector, AD vector, and then we can represent the tensions in the vector form. So writing this coordinates of this all the points A, B, C, D. Here the coordinate system, this is the positive x-axis, and this is the positive y-axis, and this is the positive z-axis, and this is negative z-axis, negative x-axis. Now let us write the coordinates for point A. So A coordinates are, now it is on the y-axis, so x coordinate is 0, y coordinate it is at this location, and this vertical, this height is 5.6 given here, so 5.6 all are in meter, and z coordinate is 0 because it is on the y-axis. Similarly, coming to point B now, so it is x coordinate, it is along negative x-axis, so it is minus 4.2, and it is lying on this x-axis, so there is no y coordinate, so it is 0, and also no z coordinate, so 0. Coming to C, so x coordinate here is the 2.4, y coordinate it is in the x-z plane, so y coordinate is 0, and z coordinate is equal to 4.2. Next D, x coordinate it is lying on z axis, so x coordinate is equal to 0, y coordinate also 0, and now z coordinate it is here, that is along negative x-axis, it will become minus 3.3. Now we got all these points. Now we can write the vectors acting along those cables. First consider these three cables AB. Now let us show the directions of these tensions in the cables. So here in this case these directions are AB should be in tension. For that to happen, the hook at A will try to pull the cable AB in this direction. Similarly, at B, the anchor at B will try to pull this cable AB in this direction. Thereby, AB will be in tension. As this hook at A is pulling this AB, cable AB in this direction, cable also will pull this hook at A in the opposite direction. That implies the force exerted by the cable on the hook at A will be in this direction. Here also the force exerted by the cable AC on hook at A will be in this direction, and here also this direction. So that implies now we need to take vectors are from it is A to B. So let us write now, take the vector A to B. A to B is equal to, here as it is given as A to B, it is minus 4.2 minus 0, so it is minus 4.2 I cap, and it will become now 0 minus 5.6, so it is minus 5.6 j cap, and 0 minus 0 k cap. So this is AB, and let us write AC. It is A to C, that is A to C, that is it will become 2.4 I cap, and 0 minus 5.6 will become minus 5.6 j cap, and it will become now 4.2 k cap. And third cable, that is A to D, zero minus 0 I cap, and 0 minus 5.6, so it is minus 5.6 j cap, it will become minus 3.3 k cap. Let us say the vertical force is P bar, vertical force exerted as given in the problem. Find the vertical force P exerted by the balloon. Let us say that vector in the vector form it is a P bar, and its magnitude is equal to P. It is acting in the vertical direction, that too vertically upward, because the balloon will try to move upward direction. So it is along positive y axis, so it is j cap. Now let us find the unit vector along AB, A to B, that is lambda AB. Lambda A to B is equal to AB bar by AB, and this AB bar by AB, so AB bar minus 4.2, AB is equal to under root minus 4.2 whole square and minus 5.6 whole square, to become plus only I cap, and minus 5.6 divided by same, this is 4.2 whole square 5.6 square j cap. Similarly, writing for the other directions. So here the unit vector along A to B direction is lambda AB, that is equal to AB bar by magnitude of that AB bar, that is AB. Then we will get this lambda AB is equal to minus 0.6 I cap minus 0.8 j cap. Similarly, the unit vector along AC is equal to AC bar by AC, and we will get this value as given here, and substituting these values here. So same is the case the unit vector along the line AD, that is lambda AD is equal to AD bar by AD, and when simplifying we will get this unit vector. Now let us represent the tensions in the cables in the vector form. So let us say assume that the magnitude of the tension in cable AB is TAB, then the complete vector TAB bar is equal to this tension is a force and it is a vector. It will have both magnitude and direction. Let us say the magnitude of that tension is TAB, and it is acting along AB. acting along A to B, and already we got the unit vector along A to B is lambda AB, so we can write this as lambda AB. This is the unit vector. So that implies this will become now TAB, lambda AB is equal to minus 0.6 I cap minus 0.8 j cap. Similarly, TAC is equal to, let us say the magnitude is a TAC and the unit vector along A to C, that is lambda A to C cap, then it will become TAC, and that AC is equal to 0.3243 I cap minus 0.7568 j cap plus 0.5676 k cap. Similarly, we can represent the tension in the cable AD in the vector form, that is TAD bar equal to, magnitude is a TAD and unit vector along AD is lambda AD, so that is equal to TAD minus 0.8615 j cap minus 0.5077 k cap. Already we have taken the vertical force P bar represented as P bar equal to Pj. Now these are the four forces: TAB bar, TAC bar, TAD bar and P bar are the four forces acting on a hook which is located at point A. At point A is now at rest, it is in equilibrium, so we can write that the resultant force acting on this point A must be equal to 0, and then that resultant force equal to sigma F, that is the algebraic sum of all these forces, and then equating to 0 we can solve for the unknowns. If you see this point A here, at A there is one vertical force P and there is tension TAP, and here it is acting, this is TAC and also TAD, and point A it is at rest, A is at rest, that implies the resultant force at A equal to 0. That is, we can write now that TAB bar plus TAC bar plus TAD bar plus P bar is equal to 0. This is the algebraic sum of all the forces, that is nothing but the resultant force acting at point A. This must be equal to 0. Now substituting these values TAB, TAC, TAD and for P and simplifying, so let me substitute the values here, that is TAB bar is equal to so here the point A is at rest, that implies that net force must be equal to 0, that is the resultant force acting is equal to 0, so that implies TAB bar plus TAC bar plus TAD bar plus P bar equal to 0. Substituting these expressions for these terms, so we get this equation, and then finally simplifying, bringing all the I terms together, J terms together and K terms together, we get this equation, and here this is equal to some this I cap plus J cap plus K cap is equal to 0, that implies that this term must be equal to 0, then we get equation 1, and equating this term must be equal to 0, we get equation 2, and the K term also must be equal to 0, then we get equation 3. Then solving for equation 3 we get TAC, and then substituting in equation 1 we get TAB, and then substituting in equation 2 we get P. So finally the answer is the 926.02 Newton.